An announcement from the great and powerful Oz.
I thought it over, and green is dead. Till I changed my mind, the color's red.
Hey everybody, it's your girl, Red Angel, and I promised you another exciting guest. You know how I do on Red Angel Radio. I have a talented writer, director, producer, and actor. Yes, all of that. You're like a quadruple threat right now. On the line with me, I want to introduce Lil Bob, but I know that is not your directorial name. So if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, please do.
Well, actually, the name is Robert McCall, but since I'm a little guy, I'm actually Lil Bob, so I go by Lil Bob McCall. That's my name.
Now, I have, of course, I've read your bio, and I've checked out the links and, all of the information. And, dude, I'm totally impressed.
Thank you very much.
Totally impressed.
Yep.
You're working on a film right now, Montana, and you actually hit me up on Facebook, and when I saw the picture, for the film itself, I was just like, wow, this is going to be good. Like, I'm going to have to watch this. And then I saw the trailer and the writing and the interaction between the characters and the editing. You really took your time to do this, so it seems as though you know your craft. What made you want to get involved in film and television?
All right. It was a funny story. It happened about 14 months ago. Well, actually going on about almost 3.5 years ago. My daughter was hired as an extra for a Lee Daniels film called Precious.
Okay.
So I show up on set, and when I get to the set, my wife's cousin actually was the facility director. So I say, hey, what are you doing here? And, at the time my daughter was 2 years old. And she said, well, the crew, the production company hired our location to do this film. So I was like, wow, that's great. So actually, usually when that happens, you're not with the rest of the holding pen. So I was able to stay right next to where a lot of the principal shooting was with Monique and Gabby. So I was just actually first talking to Monique a little bit about, how funny she was and stuff like that. And then this gentleman just came and stood next to me and just happened to approach me and say, hey, by the way, are you in the film? I'm like, no, I'm not in the film. And he said, well, my name is Lee Daniels, the director, and I'd like you to be in my film. And I said, Lee, get the blank out of here. Like, no. I know you got one of those, everybody listening to the show, so I don't want to use a lot of those words. But I actually, kind of cursed him out a little bit, like, are you sick? Come on, stop playing with me. And he was like, no, I'm dead serious. And afterwards, his AD came over and got me probably 2 hours later and introduced me back to Lee and said, Mr. Daniels is ready for you. And I did the scene, actually the daycare scene in Precious with Gabby and Sapphire, the book author. And he pulled me to the side afterwards and said, hey, this is your industry. So, I just actually slept on it for 2 years after that. He said, I'll see you down the road. And a good friend of mine, her name is Yana Peterson. She basically knew an acting coach named Tracy Moore, very well-known, very established acting coach. And she paired me up with Tracy, and I trained with Tracy literally for 4 hours on just 2 sessions. And that's it. Ran away with the craft. Just ran away with the fundamentals.
Wow. Now, I have to say that has to be one of the funniest and mouth-dropping stories when it comes to how did you get involved in this? Because, this was literally 3 years ago, and now look where you are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obvious that it was a gift because I've seen the work, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And just a quick correction, Montana is actually going to be a television series, but it's funny because you say that because a lot of people think, wow, that's going to be a film, and I'm like, no, it's going to be a television show that I'm pitching. But it's very interesting, and I'm really glad that you do like the work because I put some time into the actors, and I cast them myself, and I'm the producer. And it was actually pitched to me from someone else who watched an audition I had, and the rest is history. So I've been working on this for probably about the whole package about 5 months, and we're ready to start. We're almost about to start shopping in a couple of weeks right now.
Oh my gosh! And you're on this radio show. I'm so honored. Like, dude, really? I want an autographed copy of the poster. You know,
Yeah,
just make it out
absolutely.
to Red Angel, and we're good.
Absolutely. You definitely will get that. And but yeah, I have a short-lived career, but I have some really monumental goals that I'm trying to establish. And for one,
Mhm.
I'm basically trying to break in the door as not as just an actor, as a diverse actor with my height. I'm actually trying to let them see that I also can produce, I also can write, and I'm doing it in the craft and in the work, so they can just be like, wow, this guy's not going to be a character actor just being in costumes or a spoof, or he's the butt of the jokes of a situation, but he also
Right.
has the creativity to produce, write, and direct, just to do everything basically.
Right. Wow. Now, right now, I'm sure there are so many films out there. There are so
Mhm.
many actors and just a
Mhm.
plethora of individuals. Who inspires you at the moment? When it comes
Um
to film, like, do you study other films or other cinematographers? Like, who inspires you to do what you do?
the funny thing is, I actually it's a lot. I have a lot of inspiration. Of course, my family, the man upstairs, without his gift, and I just realized that, being the height that I am, 4'11", and proud of it, I was here for a specific reason to probably entertain, but I didn't know that until Mr. Daniels exposed me to this, and then now the universe is just opening up, and
Yeah.
so my really the main character actor that I would adore to work next to side by side, that I look up to, and not only not as a fan but just as the craft and the range, is Mr. Forrest Whitaker.
Oh my God, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Forrest could do it all. I mean, he can do dramatic, he can do comedic, he can do whatever. He's very versatile, and that's what I learned about this business is you have to have a variations of range, and as long as you're able to play anything that's thrown your way, that's the challenge for me to overcome it on my own.
Right. Right. Now, I hear a little bit of an accent. Where are you from? New York? Up
Yep,
north? What?
born and raised in Brooklyn, New York.
Ah, okay. I heard it. There you go. I heard it.
Yeah,
Um,
yep.
I I definitely, I see a very big future for you. I just see you doing great things, and I'm not
Thank you.
just saying that because you're on the show.
Right.
Like I said, you sent me your work, and you let it speak for
Yeah.
you, and
Yeah.
it did a remarkable job because I'm like, okay, you know what? Get me your information.
I
and
appreciate that.
oh, sure, no problem at all. Like, hey, I call it as I see it.
Yeah, I
But
appreciate it.
what else, do you have coming up? I know that you're about to start shopping the
Mhm.
show Montana. Now,
Mhm.
what else, can
Well,
we expect from you?
yeah, actually, I've did an episode on the sitcom Are We There Yet? That's going to be airing in January.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. I have a principal role. Actually, I went crazy on Terry Crews and Essence Akins. I went, I went literally crazy on both of them, and it was a fun shoot. It was a fun set, and of course, it's a sitcom. So the purpose of the sitcom is to make everyone laugh. So
Right.
literally after each take, I had everybody in there laughing in the whole room. Like they literally enjoy the passion and the work. So,
Mhm.
and I heard some good things about possibly getting a call back. I don't want to let too much out of the bag, but definitely, it was a good situation. I was very well liked, very adjustable, very easy to get along with, and it went well.
Very
Um,
good.
Secondly, slated for a feature film to start shooting in January. I have a great character role in that. It's actually a little bit of spinoff of One Flew Over Cuckoo's Nest. So
Okay.
and that was a very classic film from 1975. Jack
Mhm.
Nicholson won his Oscar. It was the best picture of the year. So we actually working on like a spinoff or something like that, and I'm very excited about the opportunity.
Very good. Well, you have to let everyone know where they can find you, where they can check out your work and become a
Mhm.
fan. So,
Mhm.
just let the world know where they can get a hold of you.
Well, basically, if people want to get a hold of me for inspiration or whatever the case may be, first I would say they need to follow you because, this is, your show, and people connect through real people through you. So, hey,
Oh.
if people want to reach out, I will let the filter come through you. I have a great manager. My manager is like, oh my God, she's double what I do. And her management company is called Momager, like she's a mother, so it went connected. So she conjoined the words to Momager management.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's pretty much like like the word mom, but also manager is associated with that, management.com. So but again, I would make sure you have the information because the industry's filtered, and you want to make sure that you're dealing with real people who want the craft and they desire what they do. And so I would love everything to get filtered through you, and that will get more people to be inspired to listening to what I'm doing and what I've done, and we can help a lot more people out if whatever I can do.
Oh, you know what? You're always welcome back here, and I say this because when you're about to get your Oscar, I want you to make sure that you let them know. I gotta talk to my girl Red Angel. I gotta let her know that I got this. I want that.
Absolutely, but yeah, I mean, I couldn't have done none of this without my support team. Also working with another very up and coming production company called Crimson Hill LLC. We're working on a couple of features. I can't let the cat out of the bag, but I'm just saying I'm on board as an associate producer, associate staff writer as well. Through Montana, I'm working with a great up and coming director. His name is Harry Sando, and he has Sando's Pictures LLC. And we also, at the moment, we have a film going through the film fest that I'm an associate producer on called Duty, and it's doing very well. So not only that, I'm also just fresh out of the box, and I got my first IMDb credit as an associate producer, and I'm very excited about. So,
congratulations.
Yeah. So, I really love what I do. I have a lot of passion. I think, dream, and work hard towards this craft because, I believe in dreams. You have to make them a reality. Don't dream about them. Just make them become a reality, and that's what, sets you aside from everybody else who dreams. So, you really have to work hard.
Yeah. Well, I thank you so much for joining us. You are always welcome here on Red Angel Radio. And everybody
Absolutely.
make sure that you keep your eye out for the television show Montana because I know it's going to get picked up.
Absolutely.
Also, make sure you check out Duty. I'm sure it's going to do well, and it is, going to make some noise at the film festivals.
Absolutely.
And Google, find Lil Bob. Don't let the name fool you because dude is doing some really, really big things. And
Absolutely.
I thank you again for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. And whenever I get some more great stuff coming out, I will definitely let you know about it, and I'll send it your way.
Whoop, whoop. My wings are flapping. Thank you so much. Angel wings are flying high right now. Don't move, listeners. We have some more great music coming up for you next.